Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Janis, and welcome to the afternoon brief, which is typically the morning brief. I'm on a little later today, sharing my wisdom as well through the Wisdom Audio social media app. Today has been an amazing day so far. It's always so exciting when you're able to share what you are passionate about. I want to welcome all my listeners that are on the Wisdom app right now. Had actually two amazing podcasts already today. The two Sisters podcast at 8 a.m. this morning. And it was all about Fantabulous Friday. And then, of course, stories that inspire us. I did the podcast with Dr. Victoria Wilson Crane, also broadcast through the Wisdom Audio app. And today, I want to chat about guest highlights, because I heard a little bit more than 3 times today, which, I thought was kind of amazing. And I'm obviously going to share it with you, but I want to preface it by saying that, the world moves so fast in digital land, right? We have an opportunity to connect with amazing people literally around the world. And some of my newest, closest friends have been from faraway places like Australia, New Zealand, Brazil. And I'm always amazed by that. And I think that if I didn't go into doing what I am doing right now, I wouldn't have met these amazing people. And the reason why I called the afternoon brief guest highlights is it occurred to me after I heard this 3 times today, you really need to step up your game. But it was said with such, it was said with such adoration, and for that I am thankful. And of course it made me think, okay, well, what does that mean, step up my game? And the commonality was that people love my style of interviewing and love my interaction with my guests, and my guests react to that, and they love that. So I want to share on the afternoon brief. And welcome to all of my amazing listeners. I'm so excited that you're all here today. I am also on the Clubhouse app, and I know that some of the listeners on the Wisdom Audio app are also on Clubhouse. And I have found actually that I like Wisdom a lot better. But it occurred to me after I heard these 3 consecutive things today about my interaction with my guests that I need to do this more often. And I said to the last person that said that to me, I am not starting a 4th podcast. That's just not going to happen, because I do need to save time to work on my clients' projects. But of course it got me thinking, okay, if I am feeling what they are saying, there's some intention in that. And what is it that they're trying to, the point that they are trying to get across to me? And then it occurred to me, I want to start a segment through Wisdom with either the afternoon brief or the morning brief, to have that conversation with people who may not want to, or don't know how to get on a podcast, or to, that want to showcase what they're passionate about, have a product or service that they are passionate about. So I think what I'm going to do with this, and as I was kind of scribbling out some notes for today's afternoon brief, I'm thinking about doing this on either Wednesdays or Fridays, and maybe both days when I'm on. And I want to offer this to all my listeners on the Wisdom app. If you are interested in becoming part of the guests' highlights on the afternoon brief or the morning brief, I encourage you to send me a message through either the back channel, or as always, you can reach me through Instagram, Janis TrulyYourVA, or Facebook page, however you need to get a hold of me, and let's have that conversation. Let's highlight what you do. Let's have that conversation about what you're passionate about. So I want to welcome again everyone to the afternoon brief. What is going on in your world today? It is obviously hot here in the Northeast, and a little overcast today. Received some rain, which was much needed, of course. So what do you want to highlight? I know there are a lot of amazing listeners out there. What do you on Facebook? My Facebook friends who might view this. What is something that you want to share with the world that maybe you're not sure how to go about it? Let me know. So welcome again to the afternoon brief. My name is Janis, Janis. I know I've said that quite a few times, but here's the thing. I don't want you just to remember who I am. I want to have that connection with you. Let's collaborate on what you're passionate about. And I want to welcome all the listeners on Wisdom today. I really so appreciate your being here, and would invite any one of you to come up and let's have that chat about, and we can even do it right now if you'd like. If there's someone on Wisdom who wants to highlight what they do, or share some of their wisdom, what they're passionate about, I would love to have that conversation with you. Just a couple of updates as well, as I'm waiting for someone to come up, because I know that there's somebody that listening on Wisdom that wants to come up. So come on up. The book series through the Stories That Inspire Us podcast, the author series. And I know that you all on Wisdom can't see this right now, but I received Lizzie Kangro's book, Reclaim the Rebel. I started reading that. Absolutely phenomenal. And I have to look up the date that she will be on. I don't have that right in front of me. The next book I received was from Catherine Marie, called Fearless Action. And her story, she'll be on in October. She went through a breast cancer story, and her story is absolutely phenomenal. She shares her journey. She shares her tragedy on what she went through, and in such a way that, sometimes we think that we're having a bad day, and we don't realize what other people struggle or what other people go through. So that series is lighting up like a Christmas tree, and I feel so blessed and grateful that I am able to perhaps be that outlook or be that platform for authors to share their stories on what they're passionate about. And Dr. Victoria Wilson Crane, that was on the Stories podcast this morning, her book 16 Days, and she's an advanced grief recovery specialist. And if you haven't listened to that podcast, please do so. I think obviously we've all experienced grief at some point or another in our lives. And 16 Days came from, she lost her niece at a very young age. Her niece passed away a couple of years ago. And the 16 days signifies when she lost her niece to when her funeral was. And it's just an amazing story how she has taken her grief, processed it in such a way that she's able to share her journey with others. And absolutely phenomenal speaker, phenomenal story, as always, inspiring others. So I'm going to give it just another minute. and welcome to everybody on Wisdom. Please feel free to come up and let's have that conversation. I'm just going to take a quick sip here. And guest highlights. That would be just so awesome to invite a guest up. If you are interested and maybe don't want to come up on stage right now, that's okay. That's absolutely fine. Go to my website, TrulyYourVA, V as in Victor, A as in Apple, with Janis, JANIS.com. And about 6 or 7 tabs over to the right, you'll see a tab that says register as a guest. Please feel free to do that. I typically respond within 24 to 36 hours. I like getting back to people right away. And for me, it's all about the connection. Somebody takes the time to do that. I want to take the time to respond appropriately. I'm actually a little tongue twisted at the moment, and that's okay because this is live. It is real. It is authentic. And yes, I have been talking all day, but that's part of what I do, and I love it. So this is the afternoon brief. I'm going to give it just another minute and would welcome any one of my listeners to come up. Let's connect. Let's have that discussion. I see we have some fellow podcasters on here. Just looking through, I see some familiar names. So welcome everyone. So nice of all of you to be here. And okay. No takers for the guest spot today. That's okay. Send me a message, like I said, through my website. Not a problem. My name is Janis, the host of the afternoon brief, which is typically the morning brief, but we're doing a little later today and chatting about guest highlights. I would love to highlight you. Let's chat about your story, whether it's a business story, whether it's a story that inspires you, maybe something that you've been through that you want to share with others to inspire them. Thank you so much for being here today. And I will see you at some point tomorrow morning for the morning brief on the Wisdom Audio app. Thanks, everyone. Have a great Friday. Hey, Facebook, thank you so much for being here. And to my listeners that listen to the podcast on Anchor and a few other places all over the place, right? That could be a good thing. My name is Janis, TrulyYourVA, and remember that I do free consultations and would love to have that conversation with you on how I can help you in your business. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care for now.